Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas Pinkevičius
and Aušra Pinkevičienė.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as Total Organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Aušra.
Let's start episode 471 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. And this question was sent by Jeremy. He wrote on our Basecamp communication channel for Total Organist Community. Going to be a busy week, so I hope to get to the organ a little more than I think I will. We're having new floors put into our upstairs, so I will be hanging around the house. Piano practice will probably not happen, and my dogs will be going a little nuts with the construction happening. If possible, I will practice on the G minor Little Prelude and Fugue for Postlude on Sunday, and Demessieux's Attende, Domine for Prelude. After that, I will be working on my normal repertoire. And I wrote to him, I have a feeling your congregation will enjoy hearing Demessieux. Do you write some program notes in the church bulletin? And Jeremy answered, no. Only a portion of the congregation listens to the preludes and postlude, so that lets me plan things like the Demessieux or even Messaien. And then Diane jumped into the conversation as well. A portion is something. When I subbed for my daughter, I played the last half of a 3-minute postlude to an empty sanctuary, save one little old lady who stood up and applauded when I was done. My daughter says this is normal for her as well, and she is an excellent organist. And they mostly talk through the preludes or enter the sanctuary at the last moment. To this I responded, this is all quite sad to hear. Really what happens is that service starts with a prelude and ends with a postlude. So lots of education needs to be done, including clergy. Maybe write short program notes about the music to be played that week in the church bulletin. What do you think about our correspondence, Aušra?
Well, it's very nice that people on Basecamp can communicate between themselves. I think it's very helpful. We can, share the problems, we can support each other. But, the thing that struck me is that old lady who listened to that postlude and, applauded afterwards. And it makes me feel that, it doesn't matter how many people are listening to you. You always have to do, your best. Because sometimes, one old lady might be more important than, entire crowd.
Yes.
And you never know when you will reach, somebody's heart with your music.
And this old lady might be a very famous organist, for example, traveling the country.
Well, it doesn't matter if she's famous or she's not. The most important thing is for me that you reach her, you touch her, with your music, and that's a very nice thing. That's why music is about
Touching people's hearts.
True, don't you think so?
of course. Then I would think that educating congregation would help here a lot. Remember, in our church, Grace Lutheran Church, when we worked in Lincoln, Nebraska, they had a tradition that musical director Sarah Schott would write a short note about today's music selections. I'm not sure if people read it or not, but it was there, and anybody who were interested could actually get educated this way.
I don't remember that actually. Probably I haven't read it.
Mm-hmm.
Their notes.
Well, you were busy playing.
True.
And what's your impression about preludes and postludes in our churches, at Grace Lutheran Church at that time? Did people listen?
Well, some of them listen, but some of them do not. I think it's common for many congregations around the world.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody cares and somebody not. Another thing in Catholic Church, I sometimes observe people during the Mass that as soon as we receive communion, we leave the building, church building.
Wow.
Yes, some of them really doesn't wait for final blessing and the end of the Mass. So how could you force them, to stay and to listen to your prelude? I mean, for your postlude, if we leave right after receiving communion.
Maybe you could play the postlude during communion.
That wouldn't be good.
I see.
You would be kicked out of church.
Yeah, that's a tricky situation. When people don't care, what can you do?
But when we are talking about this problem, I remember this comic strip on the I believe it was on the Dr. Faulkner's door.
Yeah.
Where, old lady.
Brenda,
yes. She was, standing next to the organ bench with a long gun. It's like hunting gun, I believe.
Gunshot, yeah.
Yes, and it's
shotgun.
Yes, shotgun, and it said, Brenda Silence, crowd for her prelude. And I have experienced, episodes like this when I wanted, to shut people down for my prelude or my postlude, especially when I would learn something, really sophisticated.
Yeah. Oshra stands up on the organ bench and yells, "You should have listened to my prelude."
But the most important thing, I think, and one of the hardest thing, while serving a church is, to play as well as you can, no matter what happens downstairs. And just, focus on your music. And, no matter what.
Mm-hmm. It would be interesting to hear other listeners' opinion and feedback in their churches. Do people appreciate music, or is it just a background noise?
I think it's, different in each case. I think you can find people always that appreciate music and people who don't care about it.
Mm-hmm. That's right. The good thing today that is you can find fans for your music, listeners for your music much easier with technology than earlier. Playing in church is no longer a one opportunity for the organist to play in public or engage with the audience nowadays.
You mean not the only opportunity, yes?
Not the only, yes. Put it online, put your video online and watch it spread.
Yes, like Vidas does.
And sometimes Ausra.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks, guys. This was Vidas.
And Usha.
Please send us more of your questions. We love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, "The sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your essays, courses and all your help."
Robert writes, "I found the fingerings, registration ideas and general comments to be excellent."
John writes, "I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos, and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you were teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right, as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor."
Robert writes, "It has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching."
Ron writes, "Hi Vidas and Ausra, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Ausra and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward."
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas.
And Ausra from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.